Since I was a small kid, I always loved to eat. I still do. But coming from a family that everyone was cooking and very well, so we had all kinds of food, pasta, Italian, Danish, Greek, whatever, you name it, Brazilian, of course. Um, I developed this habit of overeating, like repeating the meals because they were delicious. I always loved to eat, so I was just eating. And I also had a nickname, Pasta Fagioli, which means pasta and beans. So it was like a lot of chunky fat in my body. Until I was a kid, it was okay. But when I became a teenager, when I was 14, I was feeling really bad. I didn't like myself. I didn't love what I was seeing in the mirror. I was ashamed to go to the beach. I was not going to many parties, many places because I was ashamed of my body. I was not happy. I couldn't really figure out at that time, like, because I was fat, I was not feeling well integrated. Then it came to a point that my mother, she actually built up she planted a seed about a doctor that was working out at the same place that she was working out, and he was specialized especially in young teenagers like me, and she was saying that he could develop a special diet. And after some time, I said, okay, I would like to go to this doctor. So I went there, and he gave me a normal diet, like normal food, eating rice, beans, chicken, meat, salads. The only thing that he really cut it down, it was sweets and alcohol, which I didn't drink alcohol at that time. But I was eating like normal food, just small portions. Everything was measured. When I was eating, I didn't take any medicine. I was doing normal diet. He recommended me to start going to a gym. I went for one or twice maybe, and at that time I didn't develop this habit of going to the gym. But I lost 10 kilos and in 2 months, which was a good timing for, I grew like 10 centimeters at that time. I was still growing a lot, and I was so happy. My life has changed 200%. I bought new clothes. I was really happy, and for me this was like changing completely the curse of my life. I'm very glad that I took that decision, and especially because after I have done this 2 months diet, I didn't stop there. I continued as it was recommended. The doctor, he said it's very good if you still come to my clinic. So after like 1 year period, I was going every month to see how I was dealing with the food, if I was maintaining the weight, and so on. So this was like the key point for me to develop really good habits, because I re-educated myself to eat. The quantities, my stomach got smaller. So from then on, I really started to like food in a different way. I loved eating, but I was eating smaller portions. I knew my limits, and I could see when I was overeating that, of course, I was gaining weight. But since then, I always kept an eye on my weight. I always kept an eye on the food that I was eating. And little by little, I developed this passion about food, about eating healthy, doing exercises. I was always on and off with exercises, but I never really stopped at like 100%, like never anymore. But I really developed this passion for eating well, getting healthy, and so on. I always read magazines instead of reading magazines about beauty. I was reading magazines about health, about food, nutrition. This was always, and it is still, my passion. And I never really got back to the weight I was. Even when I was pregnant, I was plus 16 kilos, but I was very, very skinny when I got pregnant. And then after I lost some of it, not everything. I never went back to that body that I had, but I was too skinny. I was not that healthy. And after that, I was always like little waves, +4, +2, and so on. And 10 years ago, when I moved to Denmark, I was just like so happy that I moved here. I was not really taking care much about my health, yes, but like eating and trying many things, and everything was new. And after 2 or 3 years, I opened my own shop of Brazilian sweets. So I gained like 12 kilos. This was like the peak, really, really bad. So after that, I closed my shop. Many reasons, but I started to work in many restaurants, which I had to stand up for 12, 14 hours, which was really tough. I could feel all my joints. I could feel that I was heavy. My face was big. Everything was like, I was really feeling bad. And then when I became 48, 49, more or less, now you can about guess my age. It's okay, I can tell you I'm 54, almost 55, but I'm happy with my age, the way I am right now. I started to think about my menopause, to be healthy, to be with less weight, to lose some weight, because I knew that when you get into menopause, many things change. Usually you gain weight, so I really wanted to take really good care before I was going into menopause. So I started really to look at the food that I was eating. I started to eat less. I started really to develop the habit of going to the gym, like mostly every day, and working really out like muscles and running, doing weightlifting for serious. I hired a woman, she gave me some exercises, and I was just like improving more and more and more. I was doing something before, but not really like seriously. So I said, okay, I really need to prepare myself to menopause, which was really great because I really lost those 10, 12 kilos. I developed for good the habit of working out, which is a must. It's like there's no way out, especially after 50. Either you do it or you do it. There's no way like, oh, when I will have time. No, you really have to develop the habits. So I'm very glad that I did that. And now I have tried so many things in my life, to work with so many things. I have had many businesses in Brazil, here. I have worked in so many different fields. And I finally discovered coaching, which throughout my whole life, I always helped friends, colleagues, family members, talking about health and recommending what I was doing. I still have a lot of friends that say, oh, what do you do? What are you doing for your life and everything? So I said, I really want to help professionally people, like something that I can have a program, something that I can show how to do the way I developed to myself. How can I help people like you that maybe it's thinking about your lifestyle? This is a lifestyle. It's not only a goal to lose weight. It's lifestyle, something that you develop, you create habits, and then you maintain this for the rest of your life. So everyone is individual, everyone is different from everyone. So this is my passion. This is something that created to help professionally people that are in need to change their lives. So the way I have changed my life, I really would like to change your life if you're ready for that. And with that said, I hope you have had any connection with me. I'm really looking forward to listen your story, what you have to tell me. See you on the next video with my next story.